Always plan the night before, sync your diary to your Outlook and have it in your phone so nothing is missed and always on time. So if you've watched that video that I on the diary, what I do is I have it in my diary here on the side. I then put it in Outlook so it comes up and reminds me. And every night before I go out of the office, I go into my phone and I put into my phone every appointment that I've got under the clock. I put every appointment in there 10 minutes before I need. And when my buzzer goes off 10 minutes before, I look at my diary and I know that I've got this VC coming up or I've got to phone this person at that time, and I don't miss appointments. All right, so it's very important if you've got to use every bit of tool that you've got. I know a lot of this, I'm a visual person. My diary sits like that next to my desk, on my desk, and I'm looking at it every day next to my computer. So I'm looking at my diary, like 10 o'clock, I've got to ring Daniel, that'll go off at 9:50. It reminds me I've got to finish up whatever I'm doing, and I do it. And the other thing is do the painful things first and save the enjoyable things till the end of the day. If you've got things that you've got to do during a day, and you think, I really hate doing this is the worst part of my job, do it first thing in the morning. If you do it first thing in the morning, when you first get to work, you're full of energy, you're full of pumped up, you're ready for the day. So if you do the things that you don't like doing early, you get them out of your way. And if you finish off doing the things you enjoy at the end of the day, people say to you, how was your day? My day was great. You're not frustrated early in the day, yeah, I finished great, I've done all this and I finished great. If you finish doing the things that you hate, at the end of the day, if you've had a tough day and you've got these couple of things you've got to do and you think, man, I don't want to do this, this is painful, you get frustrated with yourself and you don't want to do it. So get them over and done with early. And don't leave things to the last minute and plan for it. Okay? Don't procrastinate. Make a decision and move on. And if the decision wasn't right, deal with it later. Don't have to do it. Just get on with it and make the decision. Don't worry about most of the time. You can't manage what you don't control. All right? And conduct hourly audits on yourself if you need to. Make a decision on yourself and say, I should write down what I do every day and just follow it through. Okay? The other thing, and we talk about this in the program, is have a one-touch policy. Who gets an email in and has a look at and read the email and says, I'll come back and do that later? Yeah. Okay. Who gets a text message and reads a text message and thinks, I'll come back and do that later? Okay? Don't. If you get a text message from someone, common sense prevails here, right? If they want you to do a 4-page quote, you know you can't do that straight away. I understand that, but common sense prevails. But if you get a text message from someone and you read it, deal with it. If you get an email from someone and you open it, answer it there and then. Okay? Because if you don't, you spend 5 minutes answering it, you spend 5 minutes reading it, I'll come back to it later. What are you thinking about for the rest of the day? That email. I've got to do that before I go home. I've got to think of my thing that I've just got just a box on the side. I just drag them into that box on the side, and I make sure before I finish up for the day, I go into that box, and there might be 5 emails in there. I guarantee you, if I had to sit here and do them right now, I'd procrastinate I'm thinking about answers and what I'm going to do. But if it's 5 to 6 and I want to be out of the office by 6 o'clock, I guarantee you those 5 emails are answered properly, efficiently, and everything's done because I know I've got to do it. I want to get out of here. And if you put in your own mind that I'm not leaving until I get these emails done, you'll knock them through and you won't procrastinate about it and you'll do them properly. Okay? The other thing when I talk about a one-touch policy, if someone gives you a piece of paper, I know paper doesn't come that, but a piece of paper comes into your desk and someone brings in and says, oh, I've just got this for me and we need to do this sometime today. If you touch that bit of paper, then you action it there and then. If you don't touch that bit of paper, so just put it there, I'll deal with it later, then deal with it later. But if you touch it, deal with it. Okay? Because if you touch it,
it's free.
Because if you touch it, tell me if I'm wrong. If someone gives you a piece of paper, what do we all do? And then we put it aside and we'll deal with it later. And when we have to deal with it later, what do we do with it before we deal with it? That's right, we read it again to refresh our memory. Don't do it twice, just do it once.